hooked up with Travis Barker?
No, I never have. Absolutely. That I do not mind you asking.
Okay.
I never have, and that really sucks.
We seriously need to talk about Kim Kardashian's wild new interview on Call Her Daddy. She went all in, way more than anyone expected. Kim didn't hold back at all. She opened up about Kanye, about co-parenting with him, her messy relationship with Kourtney, and even threw in some shocking mentions of her exes. Like she really said everything. But it didn't stop there. Kim also brought up that super controversial photo shoot she did with Justin Bieber. Yeah, that one people still can't stop talking about. And get this, she even addressed Travis Barker, writing about her in his book. She actually talked about it straight up. I couldn't believe how transparent she was this time. It's giving confession vibes, but with glam and chaos all mixed in.
But I think that it just, when someone isn't willing to make changes that I think would be super healthy and beneficial, it makes it really hard to continue on in a relationship that can be toxic. A lot of stuff would happen around my family. So it was really hard to see my family get treated one way and then me being like, I'm sorry guys, and then stick with it. When you have kids, it's definitely harder to leave than it is to stay. And it changes everyone's life and forever, so you really have to take your time and wait and see if there'll be changes. But once you get to a place where you feel like it's not gonna change or get better, then you have to make some serious choices on what you're gonna do. And that's a really...
Now, when it comes to Kanye West, things got deep. We've all seen their relationship explode in public. Those online rants, the cryptic posts, the messy divorce drama. Kanye had claimed at one point that Kim was keeping him from their kid's birthday party. And the internet went crazy. Kim finally spoke up about that, saying she really tried to stand by him when things were falling apart. She wanted to show that she cared, even when he made it impossible sometimes. This interview seriously peeled back a layer we haven't seen from her before. Fans are losing it online, dissecting every word, every pause, every tear. Kim talking about Kanye again, Travis Barker, Justin Bieber. It's like every headline rolled into one chaotic bombshell of an interview. This one's gonna have people talking for weeks. Even in Kanye's own documentary about his life, you could see Kim trying so hard to be the perfect wife. She really stood by him through everything. But the moment he refused to take his medication, everything started falling apart.
Feeling of someone being maybe talking bad about, my kids' grandmother, aunts, all of those feelings. If someone feels that way, then, we shouldn't be together. Maybe airing out a lot of stuff, a lot of personal stuff, just not feeling safe, not even physically, just maybe emotionally or even, financially. I mean, I would come home and we had 5 Lamborghinis and I'd come home and they'd all be gone, if he was in an episode, and I'd be like, oh wait, where's all our cars? My new car. And it would be like, oh, he gave them away to all of his friends. And then I'd be like, huh, okay. And then I'd come home again, and at a different point we had, 5 more Lamborghinis, and then I'd wake up in another episode and they'd all be gone again. And that time I was like, keep them, guys, I don't know what to say, but I never felt like I didn't know, what you're gonna get when you wake up, and that's a really unsettling feeling.
It was heartbreaking to watch because you could tell she was holding the family together while he spiraled. In that same film, Kanye even lashed out at Kris Jenner, and Kim admitted in this new interview that those moments crushed her. It was painful watching him disrespect her mom and still trying to keep the peace at home. She opened up about how unstable things got with Kanye. One day he'd be fine, and the next, he'd be airing out private family issues online for millions to see. She said he'd make huge money moves, buying things or pulling deals, without ever talking to her first. It made her feel like their marriage was running on chaos instead of communication. Then came the part about co-parenting, and Kim didn't shy away from the truth. She explained that she has the kids full-time, but made it very clear that she would never keep them from their dad. She actually encourages them to spend time with Kanye because she wants them to have that strong father figure, just like she did growing up. She talked about how much she valued the way her parents co-parented and wants to recreate that same balance for her children. But here's the twist. Kim said that despite what Kanye claims online, it's not true that she's blocking him from seeing their kids. She said, point blank, that he hasn't reached out in months. Fans were floored hearing her say that out loud. It's wild seeing how different their stories are. Her calm, his chaos. It's like two completely different realities colliding in public. Months. That's how long it's been since anyone's actually heard from Kanye when it comes to seeing the kids. Kim revealed that when people ask how she handles the disappointment her children might feel, she stays honest, but calm.
They always knew that he had a big life traveling before and was always on tour and all of that. So it's and that he lives in different countries all the time and loves to live all over the place. So, we manage it really well. Like they love like their life and their routine and their schedule. And I think just their job as their mom is just to make sure that they stick to their routine and they're healthy and happy. And, look, it's not easy no matter what, co-parenting with anyone.
She said her kids understand their dad's lifestyle and how unpredictable things can get. She's just doing her best, holding down the household, keeping things stable, making sure the kids stay on their routine, no matter what chaos might be happening outside their bubble. Kim also made sure to completely shut down those rumors that she's keeping the kids from Kanye. She said that's absolutely not true. She made it clear that she would never do that. She's trying to raise her kids with love, not tension. And she wants them to have a healthy bond with both parents, even if the situation isn't picture perfect anymore.
The one thing that just gets me is that there's this narrative that I keep the kids. I've never once, away from him. I've never once done that. There's been so many times where I've been like, oh, I just want to show all of these texts. What are you talking about? It's been, we just haven't heard. I begged them, to go hang out or things like that. And if I spoke out about it and rebutted it, I'm just not that girl online that's gonna fight back and be like, wait a minute, your assistant and you said you wanted a whole different birthday party and you said your party's at 4, so we did ours at noon, and now you're going online saying that I'm it's just a totally different narrative than what the reality is, and that just really sucks.
And remember that whole birthday party fiasco that had the internet losing its mind? Kim finally set the record straight. She said the only reason Kanye wasn't there was because he had already said he was throwing his own party for their child. She explained it wasn't drama, it was just miscommunication blown up into a public mess. Still, hearing her side of it really changes everything. Let's be real, Kim Kardashian has had her fair share of haters over the years, but when it comes to Kanye, even people who usually drag her online have to admit they respect how she's handled everything. It's probably the one part of her life where the internet actually feels sympathy for her. She's been holding it down as a single mom, staying composed while the world watches her every move, and people can't help but give her credit for that.
Any mom of a teenager or a preteen, unless you've been here, please, we just need a little bit of grace. It's really hard, and it's really It's interesting because all the kids are wearing the same things, but then my daughter tries to wear it, and then I'm like, okay, we're never wearing that again. Unfortunately, we made that mistake in front of the whole world. And she's, usually a girl that dresses like a tomboy most of the time, and she wanted to try something that her friends were wearing and went to the same place that they went to, and they all got these, outfits, and then she wears them, and it's just okay, wait, maybe you can't wear that, And so as a mom, you're kind of learning at the same time.
In this interview, Kim didn't shy away from addressing the parenting backlash she's gotten either, especially when it comes to North. Recently, North caused a whole internet storm after photos surfaced of her wearing what people said looked too grown for her age. The corset outfit, the talk about her maybe having a piercing, fans went wild, saying it was all too much for someone so young. Kim finally spoke on it, saying she's just trying to navigate the preteen phase and figure it out as she goes. She asked for people to show her some grace, reminding everyone that being a mom in the spotlight is harder than anyone thinks. Kim even acknowledged that she sees what people say online, how they paint North as this problem child who doesn't listen to her mom. But she pointed out that a lot of that comes from how things are edited and portrayed on the Kardashians. She said the show loves a little drama, and sometimes it exaggerates reality. Plus, the way North presents herself on social media adds to the narrative too. She's confident, bold, and not afraid to express herself, and that's something Kim is trying to guide without dimming her daughter's light. It's messy, it's complicated, but Kim made it clear. She's doing her best to raise strong, grounded kids, even with the whole world watching and judging every move. Kim made sure to clear things up right away. She said North is actually a really good kid who listens to her most of the time. People might see clips online and think she's wild, but Kim insisted that behind the scenes, North's just outspoken, funny, and full of personality. She said people shouldn't mistake confidence for attitude because there's a big difference. Then Kim shifted gears to talk about her relationship with Kourtney. And honestly, what she said surprised a lot of people. She revealed that she and Kourtney are actually super close. She admitted that fans don't always get to see that side of them on the Kardashians, which really frustrates her. She said the show edits things in a way that focuses more on their tension than their genuine sisterhood moments, which sucks because it gives the wrong impression. And honestly, that's kind of wild to hear coming from Kim, especially since the family has major control over how their show gets edited. You'd think if she didn't like a certain narrative, she could just flip it, right? But Kim said maybe they leave the drama in on purpose because, let's be real, the show needs those heated moments to keep people watching. Still, she made it clear that it doesn't always sit well with her, even if it makes for good TV.
You guys are on good terms.
Yes. That's like maybe a misconception that I think people think all the time. Kourtney and I are like this. We are so close. We've always been so close. They don't see the resolve, or they don't see all the moments in between. They just see us like fighting, and then they drag it on for months, and we're like hanging out and we'll be good.
She also confirmed that she and Kourtney are on good terms now. No secret feud brewing behind the scenes. But let's not forget the time when things were way messier between them. Remember when their arguments got so intense? People were convinced Kourtney's real issue wasn't just about work or editing. It was about Travis Barker. Fans dug up that old book where Travis wrote about having a crush on Kim, saying they went on a date once and that he wanted to see her again. But it just never happened. The internet ate that up, wondering if that history played a role in Kourtney's resentment. Hearing Kim casually touch on that now makes it all sound so layered. It's like family drama mixed with romance history and reality TV editing all rolled into one explosive situation. When Travis Barker dropped those shocking details in his book, fans lost it. Everyone started asking the same question. Was this the real reason Kourtney had been holding on to tension with Kim all these years? Like, imagine finding out your husband once had a thing for your sister. That rumor alone had the internet spiraling. People started saying maybe Kourtney's resentment wasn't just about their business drama. It could have been something way more personal.
Hooked up with Travis Barker.
No, I never have. Absolutely. That I do not mind you asking.
Okay.
I never have. And that really sucks that has gone on. But he dated Paris. And we were all friends, and we'd all like hang out. And when I was with Paris, we'd be on the road and go to like their tour in Amsterdam. And like, so I have been friends with him, but never like in that way, and never hooked up with him.
Did you have any heads up that you were going to be in his memoir, like reference as the crush?
No.
Okay.
No. But it would say that we never hooked up. I mean, I don't think he would allude to that information, you know. But also Kourtney was around during that time. So like they were neighbors for a decade. So like when everyone was all hanging, like, he was always around with his kids. They'd always come to Kourtney's house for all the birthdays. So it was like everything was super like open and cool, and like everyone's been friends.
When Alex Cooper brought it up on the Call Her Daddy podcast, the moment was tense. Alex straight up asked Kim if she'd ever actually been with Travis, and Kim didn't dodge the question. She wanted to set the record straight. She said it was never some messy love triangle or weird situation like people made it out to be. She insisted that whatever Travis said in his book was just an old crush, nothing more. Hearing her say it so directly definitely shut down a lot of speculation, but not before the internet had a full-on meltdown about it. And just when you thought things couldn't get any more awkward, Kim dropped another bombshell. She opened up about that infamous photo shoot she did with Justin Bieber years ago. She said that back then, she was still new to that level of fame and had no idea what she was walking into. Kim admitted she felt super uncomfortable during the shoot because of the age gap. She literally said it felt wrong, like something she shouldn't have been doing.
I don't know who approved this, and I don't know who thought that this was normal, this narrative, but I did a photo shoot with Justin Bieber, and he was 16 years old, and I don't know how old I was, and it was like a play. His girlfriend was there, his parents, I mean, it was like nothing creepy at all, but I look back and I'm like, that's the one thing that I feel like, you know, he's like a good, dear friend of ours and the whole family, but like, who thought that that was a good idea? You know, I must have been 30 years old, you know?
I could see that. I could see that getting murky.
But it was a story of, what's that story with the teacher and the student? The graduate.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I just feel like that was nothing ever weird was obviously happening. And like, I just think that was like an odd concept, and why none of us thought that that was odd at the time. But now we look back and I'm like, that would have not been the most appropriate thing.
Fans were quick to agree, saying the whole situation aged terribly. It's one of those rare moments where Kim actually looked back and called it out for what it was: awkward, unsettling, and something she'd never do again. The internet absolutely dragged Kim after that confession, especially since all of this came up right when everyone was already side-eyeing the Kardashians for their old connections to Diddy. People online started getting suspicious, saying the whole family's ties to him were sketchy. And when those old photos of Kim and a very young Justin Bieber resurfaced, things got even messier. Fans were like, wait a second, what was going on back then? The comments were ruthless. People were accusing the Kardashians of having this weird obsession with Justin, especially since Justin was super close to Diddy at the time, too. The internet started making wild comparisons, calling the whole situation creepy and off, saying maybe the Kardashians weren't as innocent as they pretended to be. It was pure chaos online. But Kim actually agreed that the whole thing was strange. In the interview, she looked back and admitted that she now realizes how weird the entire photo shoot was. She said she couldn't understand why nobody thought it was odd back then, that it was just the thing they were pitching for her to do at the time. And she went along with it because she was still trying to build her brand. Kim said flat out that it feels wrong now and she's not proud of. She also addressed the backlash about people saying she should have known better because she was already an adult then. Kim said she honestly didn't realize how bad it looked at the time. She was still new to that level of fame and trusting people who were guiding her career. She admitted it's one of those moments that makes her cringe when she looks back. Honestly, it's shocking that she even brought this up publicly, especially with everything surrounding Diddy blowing up again. The timing was wild, and people were already resurfacing those photos of Kim and Justin before she even mentioned it. The fact that she went there in this interview just reignited the fire all over again. Honestly, maybe Kim was trying to defend herself without making it sound like a full-on defense move. The way she just brought it up out of nowhere, so casually, felt like she wanted to get ahead of the online chatter without looking pressed about it. It's giving, let me control the narrative before the internet does. Back in the day, Kim really seemed willing to do anything for fame. She admitted she was hungry for attention, open to any idea her team pitched. And that's probably why she agreed to do that photo shoot without even questioning how weird it actually was. Looking back now, though, it's unsettling. The whole situation just feels off. And even Kim admitted it doesn't sit right with her anymore. The fact that she was so open about it this time caught everyone off guard. It's not every day you hear Kim willingly bring up something that controversial, especially when the internet's already buzzing about her connections, her parenting, and her messy family drama. But what do you think about Kim's take on all this? From her awkward Justin Bieber moment to co-parenting with Kanye to her tension with Kourtney, this interview had way too many bombshells to process. Was she being real or just trying to clean up her image a little too late? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm dying to know what you think. And don't forget, turn that notification bell on and hit subscribe to Tea Unfiltered, since we drop daily celebrity gossip videos every single day. Like, share, comment, and see you in the next one, right here at Unfiltered Tea.